Hello, little owls. Welcome to today's stream. Welcome in. Not according to plan. We're gonna play some Star Rail today. Cause for one, I need to really catch up, anyways, and two, I may be a little hurt, and I'm not feeling up to like being like trying out something that could go wrong because I'm already a bit irritated because of you know how it is. When you're in a little bit of pain, you always get like irritated and a little unexcited for stuff. Yeah, it's just me. At least here I can just, mostly listen to the story and try to get into another headspace, I'm hoping. It is a lot of story, which means we will probably not finish a lot today. And we'll probably have to like cut off at a like weird point and not have like a perfect like, oh, here's a good point to like stop or something. Because I also don't want to drag too much. Yeah. Just as a heads up on how things are going. You will still talk a lot. I mean, it's not like I can't talk, technically. I didn't hurt like my vocal cords or anything. I just, you can probably hear that, like, I don't know. I know for myself that when I am in pain, even though if I've taken painkillers, I'm always a bit, I don't know, a bit moody. I don't know. And if there's like an issue with like something that is like out of line, like for example, if we would have played Planet Zoo and there would have been something that didn't work out, like from a technical standpoint, like last time, I think I would flip. So I wanted to play something that's more like chill with less chance of me like exploding. If that makes sense. There's a point that's a clear one to end if you want to. It depends on if we reach that point, because I don't want to like overdo on stream because I have a more complicated dish to cook tonight, and yeah, I definitely do not want to like be too late on that one. Last time we overdid it a little bit with the stream and. Yeah, but lucky for me, then I didn't have like the biggest dish to cook, so it was going fast. But if I have to like end stream, when I usually just cook for like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour, but this time it may be like 2 hours. That's not good. But yeah, let me switch over so we're not wasting too much time. Also mute this because we'll have in-game sound. There we go. So yeah, I'm not very far in the quest, as somebody that probably has played it can tell. I have a lot to get back into. I was very, very delayed by the last months. I really didn't have much time. I only did like the minimum stuff that I had to do like every day to like not lose that much on like yeah, resources, but everything I could shove off to the future I did because I really did not have any time. And yeah, now I'm here with like a day or 2 or 3 depending on how much you play in a day. Probably more if you only have like 4 or 5 hours like a normal person. But I think I have at least 1 day of raw playtime of story left or something. So, yes. That could be a bit, yeah. Doubt that I can manage to get this all done until Sunday, but you know how it is. We try a little bit because every step gets us closer to where I actually want to be, so that I can maybe at least get it done until next reset then, not this reset. But okay, let's get started. And I think I clicked on it already and it gave me like a recap thingy.
Aglaya, with all due respect, this trial's taking far too long.
More like I'm taking too long.
What do you think of this, Trinan?
Ironically, me starting this late really makes it super long.
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Vinon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly. Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Noise, voice. I can't hear him anymore. There's this unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Get ready, my Demos.
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong. As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene.
At least
in
they
the
do
trial
have a
this
plan
time.
B, you know.
Bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two outland.
I like how both of these like have a blank stare like right at the screen, like absolutely parallel blank stare.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences. Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
Join me in the
We're kind of used to helping people out, even if that means almost dying.
Aglaya's golden
Like getting
thread will guide us
stabbed.
back out. Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath. If something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
And when are we gonna have to do with trial characters or something? Or if he's gonna do parallel stuff again.
When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Trinon's behalf.
I mean, team includes Mighty. Okay, challenge contest. I am gonna get a trial character. What the heck is I'm gonna play with him? I have no idea what he wants. I'm a little out of the loop. What does the guy want? I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he's HP scaling? And that's about as far as I go. But what would I put on the last slot? Because, like, that is okay. Then here we can do... And I don't have a Galaga build, so that it will be. Anaxa is flexible. Yeah, but my Anaxa is built full hyper carry, so I don't think he would fit here. Yeah, that is like as flex as it can be. Oh, he's almost like a single element, but not quite. Put him in the middle. He wants to get hit as often as possible. But I do have on the set that buffs the character that is in the first slot, so therefore it would not work. You know what I mean? Yeah, right, that's... I forget that he's HP scaling. The thing is, do I have anyone one better? Do I have anybody that's like a better fit than? I don't think I do. I don't think there are any, not any. I don't think there are many HP scalers. Let's switch these two. And switch these two. Almost reversed. Very confusing, but I guess it works. At least this way, Locha gets the attack buff for his healing, which he doesn't need, I'm guessing, but...
Our reinforcements.
It's trial characters. They will, like, blast through everything anyway without me having to do anything. They're probably out of the circle before I even do 2 battles. So I'm not sure why I'm wondering that much about it. Sunday at the front. I always have Sunday at the front.
Kept the fate of this world, and many other challenges safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big fan of Mighty.
Prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well. Come forth then. Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making. Follow me into the mist and flames. Come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a world.
Okay, he can nuke once.
And with thy
I don't know how to play him, so I'm gonna be screwing up a little bit, but that's gonna be okay.
find courage on a long journey back home.
That's the fun of doing random stuff, where you have no clue what you're doing. I just have to get through the story, like every normal casual player too.
What's the matter? Surprised?
So he's basically Blade, but like with better numbers.
Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial. I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe. Huh. The greatest
I only tried him once in his trial, and that's like it.
This is what he...
You won't get away, Kremnoan vermin!
I only noticed that I don't like his playstyle. So
Tell
nope.
me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Akamans are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
But honestly, I should be happy about every character I do not like, because you know that means you can actually say for the ones that you do like, and you still end up short.
Valorous death before
You know how it
glorious
is.
return. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
I mean, we are inside the thingy. Is this like real, or is this like memories? Because if it's memories, we can intervene as much as we want. Nothing will happen. We can try anyways. Nothing will happen, but...
You are... Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here. It's a pity, though. You're too late. You will never stop the Holy City's army. Watch as I make this pathetic warrior of yours the first sacrifice.
Mightimos, my king, avenge me.
Is this?
You're next.
We really did do nothing with intervening. It doesn't sound too healthy.
Face your death, cowardly king.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I don't think we need to olden this. It's like normal enemies, right?
Burn it up.
Bloom.
I can't die, but thanks. Forever do it. I am struck. Burn it all.
I'll overcome the thorns.
Honestly, I don't know. It feels so weird. I don't know.
Absurd.
Not my
never
kind of
this
character.
Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being. That horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds.
But we'll get through this. Everything is
Battle
gonna
cry
be
was
okay.
gone to Finon. That's why he lost himself. What a useless fool. It's nothing. Let's go. That voice. Is Cartonis?
Yeah, the audio is like really... It doesn't feel like playing anymore, you know? Also, when you have a character where you actually have no choice what to actually do.
Most you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life finally.
I agree. I 100% agree. He does look like fire, feel like fire, but isn't fire. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I won't ask how this happened, nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where Finon is.
All of this you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonis.
Humiliate me you shall not. Leave. Get out of Okima. Get out.
They are not very friendly, I tell you.
Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone.
The piss color.
This is Mother Signet. It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin. Ha! With your mad king, perish together in that maelstrom of battle.
Enough. Be quiet. You were not at all Cartonis. Look out.
But I think the most recent characters, they have been quite a few of head scratches of like pick of element and also pathing. Like some are just like why that combo?
Parted the waters.
Can they just kill me?
Huh?
What did I say? You said nothing because you always say nothing.
So,
He's confused by the dynamic.
what did you go through before meeting us? You mean you saw your past too? The trial of strife is a vicious one, all right.
So it's a trial of the mind.
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met. We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be.
I mean canon. Canon of not saying a word.
Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder. I agree. Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from.
I noticed that the voice changed because I played the trial for the new character, and in the trial, in one of the trials, like I think the one for the new character, there is like he's in the remembrance back, and then you hear the new voice.
The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
Personally, I think the voice is kind of off. It sounds too, I don't know how to say it, like too standardy protagonist base. Like it's too low in a way a bit. I don't know. I wasn't too used to Stella's voice, and I only heard like the new voice once in a video that was sent to me. But yeah, it also sounded like too uncalm. She didn't sound like calm anymore, but like standard I am angry female protagonist. Very standardized. They lost like the unique edge they had before, where they were both like a little bit weird. You know what I want to say? But in a good way weird.
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Mightimus, you are a keen warrior indeed.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince.
And I mean, to be honest, I take every voice over a muted character. And I think they all had plenty of time to make their decisions, so it is how it is.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a swordmaster, so we can be done with this farce.
No.
Just a simple nope, not gonna do that. No explanation, just no.
I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that. He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear.
Must have a really hard past.
In glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice.
Because just imagine if you're somebody that has like no worries ever, and going into this trial, like what is he gonna send at you? Like nothing.
You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his. Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Unless you're stupid, you wanna say. I mean, yes, of course, he is going around finding, but like, I'm just saying the perfect candidate for the trial, therefore, would be somebody that is not, like, have gone through these kind of hardships, which is weird.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past? Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this.
Someone who had worked hardship and worked past it is even better. Yes, because that one is like way hardened.
But thanks to them, I have also come to
Like people on Twitter. Yeah, like the people nowadays, you mean. Always lashing out, but if they get one hit, they're like crying and pointing fingers.
Only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
Is it just me, or is the like mixing here really weird? Like the voices are quiet in comparison to the extra loud music.
Show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of destiny. I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king. I see you wish to repeat these.
I don't know how they're all doing this. Yeah, I'm assuming it's on purpose that you're supposed to not hear anything because this wobbly effect is supposed to, like, I don't know, make you hear but like your senses are dampened.
Watch your defeated corpse burn. Remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very great. To you, the successor of Kremnos.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have another fight.
Knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, Magnus? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you?
He's definitely yapping a lot.
Be that you are worthy of this power.
I'm guessing we're old and I have no clue.
Cries, miserable wails. The kings of Kremnos. This is the power you desire.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Show me your courage. Forever doomed. Through my blood. Forever doomed.
Seek and you shall receive.
I'm guessing these are just like tiny little fishies, so we're not gonna do anything yet.
In the name of Paris, I grant you the blood of strife.
Eternal sleep is dead.
Yeah, the first wave was way too easy. Good thing that we didn't really use anything.
Raging power. I can hardly contain it. Forever doomed.
Trust me. We can do anything.
Conquer all lands.
I feel like I'm playing on auto.
In your mortal body, King of Kremnos. How noisy. Burn it all. Just you wait.
I feel like I'm doing nothing here. I feel like I can just as well go and get myself a cup of tea.
Farewell.
Burn it all.
Yeah. I mean, good for people who like playing on auto anyways. Oops.
Found you.
Why are people getting stabbed again? Even autoplay is hated because auto is a choice. Mighty takes a choice away. I'm saying some do.
I did my
I know people that exclusively play all of the game on auto and they don't even notice a difference. You know what I want to say? There are people like that. I have questioned multiple times why they're playing the game if they play the game on auto. Like, totally, I get it when you're doing, like, farming, but, like, you know, like, you want to play the game at least a bit.
His soul is in a stable condition, with ample rest for both body and mind. He'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
It is one
Everybody
of the
voice, but these two
drive
like
people
silence.
laborious to madness. It was during the era bellica that this unspeakable thing first
That's why they are not from this place.
alongside
Because they are from the mute
titans of
people.
calamity. Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is
There's a
steadily
piggy in the
encroaching
background.
upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
According to Naius, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Krymnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease. But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seat of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Return to the private bath chamber. Yeah, very important stuff. Take a bath, calm down, have a seat. But I mean, steps like these are important, so we have like stopping points or something, you know? I have no idea. A nice book, and you mean an ending by the book? we are switching POVs. Wait, does that mean that I need to change my group again? Or maybe we're not gonna do a combat anyways.
This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time ago?
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, alright. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
It's alright. Being straightforward suits you better. Actually...
Yeah, but I was like worried if his POV was not the same as what we did just now. Because what we did just now did not count as his POV before. You know?
Something that terrifies me. Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phynon might fall, and she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yes. Looks like you know everything.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood this. With the downfall of strife, and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses, if Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
They are the only two Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do not hold the key to completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans. Give me some time to speak with my people.
Give me... I need words. Words of encouragement. I mean, if that's all he needs.
There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual. Your people. They have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all, you're the hero of Castrum Kremnos.
I once was. Lady Trevios, therein lies my deepest fear. We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
D? Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath. I should go take a look.
Yeah, POV switched. Now POV is the normal group again.
Always brings back memories.
But we do not need to have him here with us. It's his POV, but he's not here, if that makes any sense. I am confused. The door was also confused, it's not just me.
By their parents? That's not safe.
Ooh, puzzle. I'm not gonna get distracted by puzzles though.
Hey, it's the Crown Prince! Are you also here for a bath?
I want to hear stories about your feats on the battlefield.
The Crown Prince? Are you Kremnoans?
Yeah, we are! The grown-ups said we used to live next to the arena. Well, next to the parts next to it anyway. My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Krateros.
My parents are serving in the Holy City garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Achaemen.
Why are you kids here alone? Where are the grown-ups?
Mom and Dad were asleep, so we snuck out to play hide.
We are here illegal. By the way, we're here illegal, basically.
That old man can be such a child sometimes. You know where
I think they're
Krateros
safe
is?
here. It's not that bad.
Sorry,
Oops.
I don't.
I clicked.
Think of it,
My bad.
we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find us? No way! Mr. Krateros is a member of the King's Aegis. He's the best at hunting down enemies. He was counting
I always forget that my mouse sometimes have problems that it double clicks.
Who knows if it might be a trap he set?
It was prudent.
I should maybe use my keyboard to do this.
So, which Varix Leo was he with?
It's just take a few turns after you go out from here. It's close to the back.
I use spacebar because of that. Yeah, because my mouse is so sensitive. Sometimes I brush over it and it counts as a click. I don't know. Maybe it's given up.
And head home for now. And don't play around the hot baths again.
I mean, my spacebar sometimes has the problem if I'm clicking on the left side of it instead of on the middle. But not that much as the mouse.
Is there something else?
I heard you retrieved Nicodor's core flame. Does that mean we get to go back home soon?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremnos? You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Occamans. Everything you know about our people comes only from the tales of others. You have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me that the children of Kremnos are born to wield swords and fight on the battlefield.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Emphorius. No one can defeat them.
Now you see what influence you have on children. You should watch what you say.
The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us.
Well, that's on them.
We don't care. We all know that the Crown Prince will take us home one day.
Does it mean the people in the city are a kind of racist?
That time has not yet arrived. But, young men of Kremnos, heed my command. Return to your parents at once. From here on, you are to dedicate yourselves to rigorous training and a healthy diet. You must not neglect these two aspects if you are to become a brave warrior of Kremnos.
Okay, I would have already failed. Probably at both of these.
Only by following this path can you be deemed worthy of returning home.
Yes, Your Highness.
The future of Kremnos. I should find Krateros.
Da, da, da. I'm gonna try to ignore everything else there is, you know. So we can get through the story. Everything else has to wait.
Get a grip. We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to think twice before doing anything to us.
Out of my way, lackeys of the Council.
The Civil Guard of Akama is on official duty. Please keep out of this area.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll allow you to pass this time, but just this once.
They had enough of playing tough.
You think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo in Castrum Kremnos came to be mounted on the wall? I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors to hunt down a lion on the outskirts of the city of Tritos. That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher than the peaks around Akama. But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then, why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood.
Such fascinating tale about killing an animal. Yes, I'm very, very proud.
Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while.
Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Kratos. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Let's go.
Alma's already playing for an hour. How the hell? It feel like 30 minutes. Is there so much cutscene?
Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
Anchor has been pinged.
Don't fall behind now. Unless you want to upset our friends here.
I'm not the one falling behind.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
We're almost there.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private chat.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to?
Someone help me!
Some privacy at last. So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
I mean, that's one way to deal with the problem.
Future of the Kremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's only way.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans.
Ooh, so he does want to go a different route.
Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time. If they ever learn that the crown prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Mighty Mos. You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Mighty Mos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hands.
Is that where his trauma lies?
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. Even an infant knows that much.
And a dagger does also do the job, or a gun, or a sword, or technically maybe you can also do it with a spoon if you're strong enough. What do I know? But like, cutting it down to only a spear is a little bit limiting.
I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Mighty Mos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Or maybe not the right person.
Mighty.
That guy seems to be very old-fashioned, you know what I mean?
Call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one can deter you once you've made up your mind. But don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we remain eternally bound to strife by blood.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey, especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
Eurupon, the boy did nothing wrong. This is murder. Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd. Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed, starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all!
Your failure is inevitable, Eurupon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin. King's Aegis and Empress of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear and prove your mettle!
They truly had problems, I can see that.
5, 4, 3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2, 1.
It appears there are no objections. Then, in accordance with the Kremnoan Council's principle of tacit consent, the decision is final. With all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury.
They gotten too obsessed with their senseless strife thingy.
May fate and the gods await your arrival, my son, Mighty Mos. If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos. O unworthy king, in the name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade strikes down.
Midamos, my son, they all tell me to forget. But how could I ever? The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
Oh, we're back to text on black screen. Oh, we're getting back to our own POV. Back to the bath chamber.
Mister, you're awake.
What are you doing in the middle of my room? like, isn't that creepy? Like, have you ever heard of knocking? Just
I apologize
asking.
for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting.
I mean,
nearby.
honestly, if you would do that with me, the first thing you would get is like either something thrown at you or a fist in your face, because I'm very grumpy when I wake up. I have no understanding of somebody just barging into my room and waking me.
I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Dan Hong, and wishes to present it to you in person.
Unless it's a very, very, very big emergency. But even then, like, call on my phone. My phone is on my nightstand, and that's like it.
I'm glad you're in good spirits. All right, let's set off.
Ah, something for the book thingy. I understand. God, why do these doors take so long? Can somebody tell me?
Bustling. Now that Nikador has fallen,
Are you moving?
the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break.
She has waited for her command. Couldn't move on her own. I don't even know where we're going. Oh, there's a treasure chest. So why not?
A melodious sound.
Is that Lady Trevi and Lady Trianne?
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years.
That door is even slower. I don't know. A door should like immediately go open. Right?
Fragile too, but we still got through those
At least the normal ones.
Look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. I want you to buy it. If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready?
No, it's all right. Trianne is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trianne is just... What? Trianne is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before! Trianne...
I wonder why they're not just getting it then.
See you tomorrow.
Is it so expensive or something?
You two patch things up soon.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
I didn't quite get the argument for not getting it.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trian were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Casterus. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Memorial Market and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trian walked by earlier, Lady Trian happened to catch sight of it and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low.
Even if it is a counterfeit, if it brings you happiness, why not get it?
For some reason, Lady Trian became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune. Miss Casterus.
And that's why when you notice something like this, you never blurb it out. You just say, "Ah, this is a nice glass thingy. You think we could use that in our garage?" And then you go buy it. Without saying to the merchant that it could be worth more than they think.
I understand.
That's just dumb.
Feel free to name your price.
I suppose I can sell it to you at cost as a sign of goodwill, Miss Casterus. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated. We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had it been another merchant, I would have been set back plenty.
I think I never haggled in my whole life, honestly. It's not something that is common around here to actually like haggle for items.
The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trian and reminds her of her hometown. I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for. Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break easily.
It's hard to do, yeah, but you need to haggle sometimes because a merchant can and have marketed up a price by 200 to 300%. That's mostly what Mari's... Yeah, here there is like nothing like haggle. Haggle is not like... It's like not common here where I am to haggle like at all. People have set prices. They never leave from the set prices. Like... And that's like it. The maximum... I think the only time I've seen... somebody haggle, that was not around here. That's when my parents... drove over the border into another country. Don't even ask me which one it was. And there was a market there. And there, they haggled with people there. But locally there, apparently was like normal or accepted to do that. Whereas around here, things have like their certain price. And you're not expected. And people look at you weirdly if you would try that. Like you're some sort of weird beggar. I don't know.
Back to business after that little detour.
It's, I guess, a little bit of a cultural thing if haggling is a thing or not.
Kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
I think in some cultures it's even expected that you do, otherwise people are like weirded out if you don't. Well, here it's the opposite. Does this lead? No, we have to wait until it comes back, right? Yeah. Have to wait for the elevator. Anyone? Yes. But I mean, I guess that's fine. Such a thing with like cultural appropriations, you know, like in some countries it's normal that you tip a certain percentage. In some it's rude if you tip. In some it's more likely that you tip that and that percentage. In others that is too much or too little. It's like really, really weird. In some countries you have like a choice if you do or if you do not. In others it's basically not a choice. It's sometimes confusing to me. Maybe that's one of the reasons I really am not in any mood to go and on like vacation in another country anytime soon, because I would be so scared to like do something wrong on accident and offend somebody because I'm not getting the local culture.
Trailblazer from beyond the sky.
Gimme. What are you, like 5?
Your companion here kindly explained the meaning behind the name to me earlier. Through him, I've come to understand that you and your friends walk the paths of Kefali and Yanis in places beyond the sky. Addressing you appropriately is the least I can do, as a show of respect for all that has happened. It was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our
when you're a tourist, tolerance is way higher. I mean, I guess that's true.
You with the highest honor of Akima. This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans.
I would still be embarrassed if I'm looked at weirdly because I'm behaving different from other people, you know.
Being kept in the treasure vault of Akima.
That's just me being socially awkward.
Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of two cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests.
Yeah, we got a can of drink, like a bottle of some drink. A lot of drinking, Agent. Nonsense.
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
My Keith. Why am I acting like a baby in this quest?
Wow! Grady and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard. No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine. Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akima. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
Hyacinth, thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again.
Am I the only one that whenever I see Hyacinth, the only thing I can think of is a Chimera event and that's it?
Oh, it's Cassie. Oh, I've missed you.
We're not asking about any nicknames.
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akama presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akama, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Is it just me, or is this quest, or like totally like the main quest currently? Already the past one, but like these ones too so far. Is it way more yapping than previously?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany, and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Akama, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akama.
What I'm really good
I'm kind of noticing that like all main quests in like all games tend to get longer and longer and longer and longer, and I don't know if I like it.
A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
It kind of feels like I'm sitting on the couch and like watching a movie instead of actually doing something. I don't know.
Well, it looks like
It
everything's
just
sorted out now.
It's not
The
my
patients have
cup
also
of
all
tea
recovered.
much.
I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would like to have more
I would love to keep you in
action.
Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Cersei's core flame at the
Well,
earliest convenience.
then I blame these people that complained.
That sounds pretty serious.
I also blame all people that always complain about there being too little content in the surveys. Because they are the reason we get like, you need to play for 4 or 5 days in a row, completely multiple hour events, tiny bits. That should be way shorter. They are stretching stuff just because of these people. If you're having a problem with not enough content in the game that clearly has definitely enough, you're just catching, already catched up, then in my personal opinion, go find another game to play in the meantime. There's so much games out there. Like, you don't have to 24/7 be on one game.
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trianne will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castris will be accompanying her.
Thank you for the lurk.
I happen to have a few.
Yeah, I just wish it was more action, less watching people talk. Cause I have only a certain amount of like, how you put it, attention for like watching. And I already give up some of that on like watching like a show or something, like one episode. When it's evening, you're on the couch. So already my supply isn't like too long. I'm more of a hands-on kind of person.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Mr. Trailblazer, why not go with them? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful.
Especially if everybody's just standing, you know, and talking with each other. There's like not actual things that I'm watching. Like in a proper dynamic cutscene, at least you're seeing people do things. Here everybody's just talking, standing around, looking at each other and talking.
In that case, do bring.
I wish it was less of that.
This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance.
So we got the spindle.
In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them. While you're in the Grove, The golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castrus knows this too. Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
Okay, we got this stew and the spindle thingy.
I'm glad to be in your company again, mister.
We just go. Too much yapping already.
From the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her.
Boom, boom.
Look, there she is. And Lady Trian. But who's that they're looking at?
Somebody down.
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury. Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trian. Trian was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Okima for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trian knows the city has good doctors, so Trian brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor. I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first. These wounds, they're caused by the black tide.
Does it mean that there's some sort of outburst nearby?
This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the black tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trian, would you mind making your way to the grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trian believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Okima! Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Okima behind!
I mean, I can't fly, but I mean...
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
And that must be the thing when we got quick access to once, right?
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't we give it a go?
I want to try to... Honestly, nope. I don't like sewing.
Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem. Memmy, memmy, mem, 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 mem.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. This is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Mem has problems.
Memmy, mem. Mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, mem. Mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Cute. Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass,
you're well rested.
I think I'm gonna call it action hour now to way better than noon.
You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trianne say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trianne.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trianne's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom. But Trianne can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now. Mammy, ma'am. Mammy, ma'am, mammy, ma'am. Mammy, ma'am, ma'am. Mammy, mammy, ma'am, mammy, mammy, ma'am, ma'am. Mammy, 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 ma'am. Mammy, ma'am, ma'am.
Or maybe some sort of document. Is there a photo?
Trianne thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trianne out? Mem. Yay! Then I'll call you Little Memmy from now on. Mem.
Oh, man. It's better than being called a puppy, I'm guessing. All that memming around, causing him to have a headache.
We need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white cloak.
Oops.
Tree. It's huge.
The huge tree is huge, yes.
A melodious sound that soothes the soul.
Oh, it's photo time. I think we're already set up in the perfect position. Ah! One step to the right was apparently too much for the lens. Very nice.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Cersei's. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Felicis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental
Pass at the
clarity,
weekly pass.
knowledge,
God, I
and
wish I
wisdom.
was that far. That's my goal until the reset.
Academy came to be.
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Cersei's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches.
I mean, at
in
least the
bloom.
tree is pretty.
Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival. That doesn't seem likely. Miss Hyacinth didn't mention anything about it.
So maybe we have to wait for her?
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be everybody! Fly across to the other side! The entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
Was that in the wrong order? The only one that reads an enemy's information if I see someone new. Normally, here I don't. Weirdly enough. Weirdly enough, I don't. Really. I mean,
I knew you would find
for bosses or like enemies that seem big, sometimes I do. If I feel like I have a problem.
Fruits of a long journey.
But I think it's also funny to kind of like find out as you go, you know? Unless you really have problems and you're like, okay, there must be some sort of trick to this. I'm not getting it.
As I expected, something's not right here. Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet. That's possible.
I don't hear any answers.
No one's here.
I have an idea. Lady Trienne, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft...
Oh, so maybe it's not visible in... like at least in this plane or something?
This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Very cheeky. Yes, she's very lively.
This is a proverb that was recorded in the handbook of Nestia's priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be. Is that a white dryad?
It looks like a ghost to me. Dryads look different to me. Maybe just me.
No, it isn't a white dryad. It is the shadow of a dead white dryad.
Dead me, Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But didn't we just see something like that when coming up the stairs? Or was that something different?
But what happened to them?
I'm confused.
There are only tiny shadows of them left.
Mem, can you read their memories?
Let me try.
Mem is speaking more, I noticed.
Black cloak, sword toward the great tree.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh, be on high alert.
Okay, another one of these means that we have to rotate again. Random yeah, it wasn't random, I think. We're like keywords or something.
The smell of death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
This looks really scary.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about this? Mem!
Yes, that's definitely what I understood too. That's what it said. I swear. It did say exactly this.
The monster is alive! Trienne will protect everybody!
Trienne, please hide behind us. Mister, let's do this.
Now what? Will she protect or not? Certain enemies will inflict ally units with corrosion. Attacking enemies will restore corroded HP.
As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak.
Those are just tiny enemies, I'm presuming, so we're not going full on out.
It's pitiless.
Serenity is before me.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Yeah, more than enough. I'm not gonna waste any ults.
You defeated it! Little Gray, little Kaz, you're so strong!
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in...
I mean, we have that one guy that walked in that was affected, right?
But at what price?
At the same time, thousands of miles away.
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
So they recognize that.
Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castrus and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trienne just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
I mean, it didn't make a move, so I'm guessing.
Is to identify the core flame,
or at least
and
down.
transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the grove. Oh,
maybe there's one person left.
Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke?
Didn't sound like a joke, honestly.
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas,
something is definitely feeling set up on all of this.
Will likely take this opportunity to do something.
Or it's the biggest coincidence ever.
I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
She did sound a little down, so that's fair.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Trevi, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
I like how Glenn noticed the garment thing because she's a seamstress. Yeah, it's her specialty. It makes sense, right?
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid.
I mean, fair, I'm guessing, if she knows about how he acts.
Believe me, she is far nicer to the two of you than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies...
Then I better not tell her that I believe the same too. Or I'm gonna be in big troubles.
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flame chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Voronix, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So,
it's time for them to prove this.
Just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself?
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have.
Yeah,
no
I
other
think that
choice,
may
Lady
be a
Trian.
plan. You know what I mean?
Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Also, I think maybe that's the plan. They want to slip something through.
Okay, we will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes in the tales you've heard? They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Aww, so enthusiastic.
So many monsters.
Oh, looks like we need to go back up. Oh, also, I did run out of water. Let me quickly pause here and fill up my glass. I'll be right back. See you in just a sec. Okay, I have returned. Also, I got an achievement. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and also, yeah, that happened to me a lot of times, too. Not only that, but when you're, like, lazily playing with only the mouse, and you want to click on the skill, but you accidentally, instead of clicking on the skill, you actually click on the enemy that is right, like, under the skill, you know? And therefore change target and then do a basic attack on that target because it was on the basic attack by default. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Only thing you can do there is like play really slow and really careful. But that's like so annoying. I mean, I know you can always like use the keyboard, but like sometimes I'm only having like the mouse on there and then not even having my hands on the keyboard when I'm doing like a fight, you know? Sometimes you take up your glass or you like you write something down in the meantime and then you just quickly click. Keep the cursor on the edge on the right and you're fine. I mean, technically, yes.
I can't open it.
It never happened when I was like in a really serious fight situation. Like when I was doing, I don't know, an endgame mode. But like when you're like casually doing something, you know? Like, for example, doing character trials or something. Something you just quickly want to get over with. You're not really that concerned about. Then mistakes like that happen a lot for me. Right, the good old Genshin problem, aka I'm tired, I just want to do something while listening to a video. Then I get my left hand back on my keyboard, just, you know, just whoop, putting it back on the keyboard so I can move on. And instead of laying it on the right buttons, I'm lifting a little bit to the left. And when I want to press W, instead I gonna press Q and waste my ult. Happened at least 3 times to me while playing the game. That's not much when you're considering like how many years already, but still, the fact that it happened like 3 times or something is a lot in total that happened.
My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1, do not call me Anaxa.
Okay, Anaxa. If somebody tells me not to do something, I'll definitely do that to piss them off. Unless they have my respect, which he has not yet, so...
Rule number 2, never interrupt me. Silence is golden. The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the vestiges of a memory. Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable exalted truth. Through the
So it is a memory projection.
shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies. Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words,
Holograms, or more like crystallograms, because Always when they have like these apparitions show up, they have like this crystal filter on them and they glitter and make like sounds like they're made out of crystal.
That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the Black Tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped. But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate.
But evacuate to where?
They are heading toward the holy city of Akama as we speak.
But didn't just one guy was the only one that actually showed up?
Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Cersei's core flame will reach Akama before long. But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame.
Maybe he wasn't all that foreseeing.
And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Mister, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory. Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
Oh, there's a lot of options. Let's go through all of them.
You don't
That should
have
give
to
her
take
enough
that
time.
too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name. Professor Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Nesporism. It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested.
Something. Very eccentric.
Provided that he is still alive. Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame.
But maybe they were like evacuated a different route than we went. That's why we didn't run into them and they also haven't arrived yet. I don't know.
Do not wish to consider this possibility. Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to escape. It is located at the top of the giant tree and is where Cersei's core flame is kept.
At top, doesn't mean we have to climb through a dungeon.
Should still be there, but making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
All right.
Let's see whether he left any similar
These actual words like come so out of left field. I don't even expect them. But they have them more often. Maybe it's a trend.
Alchemy is truly incredible.
He seems to be a big fan of alchemy somehow. Okay. I was worried we were gonna skip the dialogue.
No, you didn't imagine it.
Singing sounded more like reciting a saying or a poem to me.
I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby, as we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe. We better remain cautious.
I see a treasure chest in the background. Would you rather talk like mem for 1 week or rapper for 1 month? Mem for 1 week because then it's over earlier. Both are like I guess for 1 week I could go off and like just not talk to anybody, like take time off, do as if I'm sick. keep it to myself. Like, 1 month is way too much time. Yeah, if you unlock it before you go anywhere. I think I don't remember doing that one. Or did I? I think I never did it. I don't think I've been here before. Or maybe I did like a tutorial quest, but that's about it. I don't really remember this place, so maybe not.
Found it. The voice is coming from over there. No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way. Let's go
From
check
the
it out.
statue? Yeah, we got a bug. Listen to the echoes or investigate? I'm gonna listen to the echoes because it's not the thing that furthers the quest. Whatever that did, I did it. I'm not quite sure what that did. And that I'm not hearing either. It seems rambly. Stroke the that is weird. We stare at it.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak. Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
When she says garbage all the time but throws out normal ones like every 3 sentences. It kind of seems to me like she seems to remember to speak normally, but only over time, because at the beginning there were like no normal words, and then like there was one, and now it's getting more and more. Why do I only have 2 very weird looking things to say? Where's the normal option? Oh well, I'll go with that. I don't want to smash her into her face, but
I'll accept your praise.
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute.
Are they gonna fight now? Because it seems like
Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages and the litophagists. Of course not. Just ask the fair lady beside you. She'll definitely know the reason why.
Okay, I'm waiting for the explanations.
Be careful. Even if the head of the Lotophagus has never shown their true identity before, you shouldn't trust this person so easily. The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you
I wonder what she will ask.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest.
And how will she determine if she speaks the truth? More like it.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
What the heck is that question? I wouldn't know. Wait, is she testing if she's like... part of like the scholars or something? Would they know? I don't know.
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Okay, that is weird.
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place.
Okay, now you're confusing me.
What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my answers?
I mean, can we ask other questions? Like, for example, why are her eyes closed?
Is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor. As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to
Uh-oh, you see, this is a puzzle.
So, the solution is to awaken this heart.
How do I do that? Go over there, apparently. That's what the quest says. Also, I don't know what I have to do here, but I'll do it. Ding. It unlocked something. I'll have a look at it later. Also, the treasure chest that has been bugging me since the cutscene.
Fruits of a long journey.
Yeah, my mouse wheel is working perfectly. Why is anybody asking? Okay, going through here. Oh, I have expected this to go up, not down. Oh well.
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
It's good that they know about everything. I don't. Oh no, it's one of these things.
Should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affectionate love. They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods.
But what do we want with them?
All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden bough of vows for me. You're making it sound so ominous.
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my. I'm helping you to eliminate your worries and obstacles. And yet I receive nothing in return.
It kind of seems weird. She kind of seems like she can just walk over and get it herself. Unless she has no, like, physical presence here. And that's why she can.
Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity. You're overthinking things. We're all in the same boat. Although it would be absurd to say that I have no other motives. Since you've brought it up, I might as well take this chance to explain. I'm simply making use of this opportunity.
So it is a test.
Two are made of. So, is truthful enough for you? Now is not the time for me to elaborate further. So, please proceed. As a student of Anaxa, equivalent exchange should be something that you are familiar with.
Wait, I am suddenly a student of Anaxa? I never studied in my life here.
I cannot deny that. Mister, since our interests are aligned right now, it's
maybe she
do
is.
as she says. Besides, she knows about my past. Even though I'm not able to
she was talking
much,
about her.
I can tell you that she has reasons to fear me. If you unfortunately turn out to be her
Why
ultimate target,
can I not imagine Castor is going to study somewhere?
Intervene.
Like learn, but I didn't think like actually in the traditional school kind of way, you know? What are we doing with that now? What are we doing with that? Do we pause it at a certain point? Because I tried and it wouldn't do. Ah, now we have a full one. And now? I can jump on top of it. That is clear. But maybe I can go on it before. And then I'm down there? Does it help me in any way? Or form? Maybe. There is water that we can't cross yet. We could go to the middle. There's a treasure chest at the very least. But we can't go completely to the other side. For that, we are missing this bridge thingy here. Maybe it has to do with that thing?
Huh? There are ichor vessels stored here.
Come to contact with the flower bed. It will grow Kongo's blossom. Different site may generate different results. Okay, okie dokie. How do I move this? Oh, I understand it now. Okay. Wherever I press, the thing rolls out of.
Flowers.
Flowers, Okay. We could have gone over here too, but let's go over there first, I'm guessing. Since this is the one that I gotten. Okay, now we can open this just in case. There's a lot of enemies. This.
How smart.
Okay, we'll see. I can do all, like, additional things later, you know? For now, the only thing I want to do is get through the quest. And that should do for quest.
This is not a trap set by her.
I found another buck.
So this is the Golden Bough of Vows. I hope that the Titan will not take their anger out on us.
So lustrous and beautiful. It's even more magnificent than before.
Mem cow. Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem. Memmy mem.
Understood. My apologies, Pink Bunny.
It looks like she already got a nickname.
Memmy Bunny Mem? Mem.
Is this the legendary Golden Bough of Vows?
We'll know once we test it. There's a secret passageway behind the pond. It's faster if we take that path.
That is the wrong direction.
How do you know this place so well?
Well, I'm one of the 7 sages after all.
And back up. Are we now back to the room with the heart thingy? Or a different one? Technically that is faster. Oh, also the thing that I activated. It's not there anymore, is it? Wasn't there like a glowing dot when we did this? Maybe I was mistaken.
We're here. Could you kindly pluck a petal for me and place it into the pool? Now, can our little goddess perform that again?
Huh?
That being the oath of Nestia's priests.
Right. Got it. Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow.
I wonder what will happen this time.
Entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Wait, if she said do that again, then she already watched us outside, right?
Mem, me lit up.
It's just an ancient promise between the Titan and humans. So, what do you think? It really is the Golden Bough of Vows. And I did not set any traps for you, right?
At least not directly.
That is indeed true.
You look like a sad, lost puppy. Even if this is indeed a scheme.
What the heck is dripping in there all the time?
Guard, you don't have any other choice but to play along, do you? Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work together? We can always determine who's right and who's wrong once we overcome this.
Yes, I agree.
Great.
All the spirits did turn red, though.
Ride the water wheel.
However,
not sure if I like this or not.
Is not the right attitude for cooperation. Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have passed your so-called trial, isn't it time for you to make your intentions clear to us?
I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. Although you only cleared a simple
I mean, technically
trial,
she's not looking at anything, right? Because her eyes are closed.
I'm willing to make an exception and treat you with sincerity. I'll allow each of you to ask a question. But not the little bunny. So, ask away.
Mem is getting treated like a second-hand person again.
Well, in that case, mister, please go ahead.
Wait, I have to pick on... Oh god, I'm so bad at this. All good questions except for maybe 2, but I would either go with 1 or with 4. Let's go with 4 for now.
Oh, straight to the point. The Titans have cast a net over this place because of the Black Tide. If we want to escape, I'll require your help to reclaim my true form. Well, it's your turn now, little goddess of death.
My question is, was your previous answer the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
There's no point in making this unnecessarily complicated.
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor any hostility. We merely want to avoid any potential harm to us. Lady Calypso, if you want us to work together more effectively, I advise you to answer my question honestly.
All right. I was completely truthful in my response just now. I have not deceived you, nor will I.
With all due respect, omitting facts can also be considered deceit.
Is that so? Regardless, I still stand by.
What's the point of asking someone who's lying? Yeah, if you're asking them if they're speaking the truth and they're lying, they're gonna say that they speak the truth even though they are already lying, so, you know.
Then please lead the way. After all, facts speak.
Yeah, it's honestly not the brightest question, unless you have some sort of power to tell if a person just, you know, said something, or you already had something you want to make them stumble. But she doesn't seem like the person that would be stumbled by that question. She just brushed it off really quick, wasn't surprised or shocked at all.
All right, all right. I originally thought that you were just a beautiful flower planted in the mortal realm by the hand of shadow. But now, I see you have some prickly thorns, too.
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. I'm complimenting your charming naivete. All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Call the wheel. It is so weird to say, call for the wheel. Who makes such weird contraptions to travel? Like, why? A normal, like, door or elevator wasn't enough? Because they can.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
He's busy having a crisis.
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
Can I not collect
Ladies, your metaphors are not worthy of praise at all.
Cause they can. I mean, more accurately because they have to prove a point. Like either how powerful or perfect they are or something like that. To be admired sometimes too. Just to be special or something. Like, you don't know how many buildings I've seen that are so unpractical and still they are being built because this is very, I don't know, unique. Not practical, but unique. I'm like, okay.
Whoa, it's little gray.
I'd rather have something that is practical than something that is just unique. Men does have it hard here.
Lady Trianne, are you all right? Were you hurt?
No, Trianne flew high up into the air so the monsters couldn't reach us.
Guess there is all. Yeah, she's very mistrusting somehow. Like I'm like 50-50. I don't care either way at the moment.
Oh, also, the spindle that Aggie gave us is so powerful that Trian seems to have found Nax.
That's how construction companies earn taxpayer money. License to steal.
He's near the treetop.
Indeed.
Our perception of him is
Especially if they have powerful friends that are deciding what companies are building important buildings. It all goes into their own pockets, like around 3 corners.
It seems like Lady Trian did not forget our promise. Anaxa is indeed still alive, and he's at the Luminary Throne right now. It seems like Lady Calypso did not lie regarding this.
Huh? Calypso? Who's that?
Playground in my neighborhood is getting rebuilt every 4 months. I got the feeling that is happening to like streets around here. Like they open it up, do something with it, close it, and then like 1 month later they do the same and they call it repairs, and like that happens like every few months. It's so weird.
A spirit? Trian wants to meet this spirit that even the gold thread can't sense.
Coming and going without a trace. She's such a strange person.
She did see us out here though, so it's not like she can leave or something.
Actually, Trian also found this. Could this be related to the person you're talking about?
Is this cloth?
This is a piece of burnt cloth.
Yup. Trian found it on a branch not long ago. Trian even used the golden thread to search around and found that the entire grove is giving off a similar aura. Trian doesn't think so. Because when Trian picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems to be all around.
Lady Trian, where is the aura gathered at right now?
It seems to be... Oh! A little higher and a little ahead of us.
Okay, front and up.
Calypso, just what are you hiding?
And another bug. Okay, so we're going up the tree branch. Is it that? I'm gonna try to skip all of these. Make it easy for myself. Nobody's seen me. I'm gonna sneak, sneak, sneak. I only have about half an hour left. I want to make the best of it.
The golden thread is vibrating more and more violently.
Everyone, let's be even more cautious.
I don't even want to look down. We're already so high up. I have a fear of heights normally, but since I know I can't fall off, like here, I can't even remotely fall off. Like, it's all disappearing. I don't have a fear of height. I have a fear of falling, I think. When I can't fall, or if I can fly, I am like, okie dokie.
There's no one... Hold on. The butterfly of divine mind is gone?
What butterfly? Did I miss something again? What butterfly are we talking about?
That can't be. Was it for fending off the black tide? Or perhaps...
What exactly is this butterfly of divine mind? Is it a very powerful guardian monster?
No. How should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the core flame.
Why do we get fear of heights? Because falling down is dangerous.
Legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circes.
But how are we going to prove it? Mem, 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 mem.
Sorry, but even I don't know how. After all, this is a secret among secrets that only a select few in the entire grove and even Amphorius know. Rather than worry about this, Lady Trianne, did the golden thread react to anything around here?
I don't think that monkeys not necessarily have no fear of heights. It kind of just depends on how high the height is, I'm guessing.
No.
If they know they can, like, survive from it or not.
Higher up.
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still react to the golden bough of vows despite having dissipated. If it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be a reaction.
Chew on the pedal? What do I look like? A barbarian? Nope, nothing happens.
Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Nope. The almighty works in every situation thingy doesn't work here.
Lady Trianne, and even Mem? Where have they disappeared to?
Little Gray, little Cass, look over here, quick!
They just got bored. Uh-oh.
The voice seems to be coming from the star chasing.
I thought they just got bored and left. Burst into flames? Like from within?
Little Gray, little Cass, it's bad. It's very bad. I'm fine.
What are we doing now? Could we just jump down there easily?
Lady Trianne, what exactly happened just now?
Trianne and Memmy were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby. But just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded.
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priests should be nearby. Hopefully they'll be of some use.
Memmy Mem. Memmy Mem Mem. Memmy. Mem.
I mean, your friend is in danger. You can tell me you can somehow get down there? I mean, there's vines there. Jump there, slowly hang on, grind down. I don't know. Take your sword out, slash in. Like, acrobatics in combat, we usually see them a lot in like the action scenes, but now we have to do a puzzle to get down there. I have no idea. I hope this is the right way. At least we cooled men down. Bloop bloop. Are we doing the right thing? I'm so unsure. Oh, so fear heights. Maybe they also have a fear of heights, but I mean, if your friend is in danger, really.
It's connected. Let's hurry. Memmy is already bouncing around due to the heat.
And how do I get over there? I'm confused. But I see there is a treasure chest. That's the first thing I'm gonna work with. That's not where I came from. I came from over here, right? Technically, if I just go down... Oh no, I don't have enough power. Now that should work. I mean, if a friend is in danger, like other forces are like at play, then like your normal strength or like your normal fears. Also, if your own life is also in danger, that's the same thing. At least that's what I observed. Enter the hidden passage. Hidden passage to where? Don't tell me we go back to the beginning. No. I mean, yes, if we can also go back.
Everything in its place. Excellent.
What's this? Well, we are down. Everything else I don't care about.
Smell something.
At least right now. Oh, I remember these. They were in the end game, I remember. And they were horrible to fight against. But maybe that was just because they had so much HP there. Let's see if they have less heal. Let's not go all out yet.
It's pitiless. I've heard the call.
Or maybe we should. Because we didn't do much damage.
This mortal will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Time for... Show no mercy.
The remedy is before me.
Follow my charge. Here is thunder.
Oh. Apparently just my normal attack did nothing. That did pretty normal. I overreacted.
Easy. It's alright. Trian only just flew down.
I'm glad that everyone is all right. Speaking of which, this piece of amber is
a remnant of Nestia's core flame.
Ah, look who's returning suddenly.
To get to the throne at the treetop, gather the embers.
Makanala endgame busts their HP a lot. Yeah, I remember it. They took forever to kill. Way longer than the boss even.
Whoa, where did you come from?
You finally appeared, Lady Calypso.
Yes, it's been some time. The battle just now was a true delight, and I feel quite elated. It seems like I'll really be able to rely on all of you to reclaim my true form.
Lady Trian, how does the golden thread react to her?
Huh.
She smelled the slow rose smell.
No reaction at all.
What are you smelling so nicely here?
After all, the fragment that you picked up just now is completely unrelated to me.
I mean, we do not want to turn Mem into emergency food. That is Paimon's responsibility. Wrong game.
All right. Just do as I say. If you're able to pass the trial, I will tell you everything truthfully.
Another trial.
Didn't she say that the first time around?
Mem. But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax anyway, right?
Do you know these people that always tell you that they give you something when you do something specific and then they postpone that reward with another task that you have to do?
I've got a hunch.
Always the same.
Let's collect the embers and go confront her.
That's how you lose my trust.
According to Calypso, we just have to gather the embers before us with the golden bough of vows. How incredible.
We do have a burning flower now. Congratulations. What happens if I do that and I stand in the way? Will it roll me over and kill me? Well, not kill, but it definitely did something. Damage. Very anticlimactic, though. I was expecting more. Was expecting maybe getting an achievement or something. Like, you hit yourself with the ball, you dumbass. Something like that. The achievement. Trademark.
Like you managed to gather the embers. In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
So you just wanted something special to eat?
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she says.
It's a success! Path has appeared.
All of you have indeed passed the trial.
Hmm? The sound of a butterfly's wings.
I'll be back shortly. Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice myself. If the West Wind ever ends, let that be the place where we reunite. Farewell, my love.
Lady Calypso, this is...
It's nothing much. Thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time for me to fulfill my part of the promise.
Well, in that case, I can start. You're actually Cersei's, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of predictable from the conversation just now. Technically, you could already guess so much from when she said that the bows were like in the petal thingies. They were like a bond between the two. Like, how do you know that? Must be one of the two.
Oh my. The children of humanity have passed the final trial at last. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
The riddle-like trials. Your distrustful yet sincere character, referring to Nestia as your love, and the head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now to expose me?
You could have just said it from the very beginning and also be honest, but you also had to play a game.
Because I did not believe that Cersei's would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide and would do us harm.
I mean, the second one could be a concern, but aren't people with the Black Tide usually, like, you know, out of control? I don't think they would be able to form a scheme or something.
To make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
Excellent. To think we were able to gain a new chance at life in the midst of death. Fate truly is a mysterious thing.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these riddles?
Oh, the reason's quite simple. I needed your help. And just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed. And it's even more related to that lost item from before. Its owner is a quiet and paranoid hunter who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it. As I could not do anything about them, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term
Not
plan.
without backup, that is, no.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the Golden Bough of Vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
Did you mean healing instead of repair? Repair sounds like weird.
To lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I
Wisdom doesn't mean omniscient. And there are many instances where wisdom doesn't necessarily mean very intelligent either. I just, as an example, ever played Zelda, like, Triforce of Wisdom and does the dumbest decisions. Like, best demonstration of wisdom sometimes doesn't do the best decisions.
Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to
maybe Anaxa's it's still honestly is a disrespectful like word choice somehow.
The creations of the Black Tide
Maybe
within
just
the
me.
grove, so that they would not be able to harm others.
Repair sounds like something an anime alchemist would say. Yeah, it maybe from her perspective, it's like different, you know.
His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary.
I mean, it's a technically correct term. It's just it has like a not very kind notion.
So, I decided to save his life.
For me, it has a disrespectful notion. Just because the term repair, at least from my understanding, is something you say to objects, while healing you say more to like humans and animals and stuff. You know?
What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form, and you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Alchema. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne, together in one go.
But, Circes, aren't you the reason Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed, I'll be able to show my hand. Excellent. Then just continue climbing.
Yeah, reason and wisdom are not quite the same.
Turn the Golden Bough of Vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason.
Okay, we'll go over the newly formed bridge.
I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
It seems like a fierce battle will be inevitable.
I don't know if there is like more info, but here it said reason, so.
Ahead lies the Luminary Throne, and also the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Ma'am, Memmy, what's wrong?
Is this Professor Anaxa?
Oh, the crystal form has triggered again. Do we have to go slow so we don't,
All I have to do is to place this body at the core of the earth for the sake of them.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gone so fast. I thought I was safe. Oh, it looks like we have a boss fight up ahead. At least it's framed like that.
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Who is this black-robed guy?
With his dead bones. He just looks exhausted.
Brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei's was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigods. Stand down or die.
Lost you. No, nobody is lost. We're just not starting a philosophical discussion here over a game story.
Trian will also protect everyone. Trian is brave.
Yeah, he's indeed everywhere right now. They have a tendency to overuse like the newest, most restrictive or complicated boss that they're like proud of in like end games.
Only this time, may death protect us. Be careful.
One slash. Two slashes. Three slashes.
Yeah, I want to say Huli is very close. No, I wasn't talking about Star Rail in particular. I was talking about also Genshin. They do that there too. Oh my god, can you go any slower, please? They accidentally made slow mode available. I'm confused.
Stars Echo.
The dead return! Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
I heard the call. To doubt farewell. This mortal watch over you and guide you on your path.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder. Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
You play on one speed always? No, for convenience sake, I kinda switched up to double at one point, and now whenever it's like on normal, it seems like slow-mo to me. I kinda ruined it for myself. It's my own fault, I guess.
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder.
May song bring us victory.
Return to the your souls to the fire.
Not good.
Uh-oh. Hey, that was scripted. Why was I trying that hard if I'm scripted to lose?
In that case.
He waited for his moment to strike.
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human.
Okay, and again, just now my ult's all gone. Thank you.
Children of humanity,
Don't waver now.
since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
Yeah, hopefully we can recover from this. Maybe I should not have used my ults. I had the wrong call in this situation. Okay, we'll recover. We'll only take a few turns, I guess. And
Doubt farewell.
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
I was just checking the clock. I know it's late, but we can still do this fight. I am not stopping in the middle of a fight. That's dumb.
So much more tiring than thinking.
What are you talking about?
Conflict is pitiless.
And I'm getting interrupted again. This fight is so weird. Okay.
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
Hey, I got him. Why did she... Okay, technically, was I supposed to be losing again? Lore-wise? Or otherwise, why should she open the gate? I thought she shouldn't. Wait. I hope she's okay. You're supposed to win, but barely. Okay, so I did it wrong.
That was a close call.
Okay, they have to like tell me that. That's when I need the black window with the text like, oh, you're almost dying, but then... Because for me, it looked like I won it, and she just opened the gate, you know? Did the same because I used her. Like, confused, like, what is supposed to happen? Was I supposed to again almost lose? I mean, if they again would have brought all your HP down to 0 or to 1 or something and then played that, then I would have understood it more.
Little Cass, my head, it still hurts. Sorry, I know you told me not to open the gate.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I feel awful.
She definitely needs some healing.
I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trianne, You haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise.
Oh, her money for saving it. No, she definitely needs her beautiful stone now as a reward.
Are you Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the New Sporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Circe.
The better Alhaitham. Why specifically? What makes him better than Alhaitham in your eyes?
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame.
Because personally, I have nothing against Alhaitham. Just don't like his gameplay style, honestly. But
Are you going
I
to bring
mean,
me
has
to
nothing to do with the
Aglaya
character
fulfill
himself.
your duty?
That is indeed my duty. But I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting you.
But only she calls them. The funny thing is, sometimes when you don't like somebody, there's this weird sense of being especially polite to them. You know, like to create a distance. I know because some people in my family are the same thing. If they are like indifferent to a person or they like them, they can be rude a little bit. They can be like very casual. But if they really hate somebody, they are like the politest people on earth. Like, when they are super polite, you know they hate you. Or at least I know. You maybe don't know. And you're like, oh, they're so kind. But in reality, they hate you. So for some people, that just is the way they react to people they don't like. If you blind learn about himself, say, oh, I thought it had something to do with how you view Alhaitham. That you had something about Alhaitham or something that you don't like.
But I have some things to take care of first.
So it's the other way around. You like Alhaitham, but you like Anaxa even more. Is that?
Live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya, I want to visit them.
Because Lady Aglaya will probably be against it.
Personality-wise, I haven't met Anaxa enough to make my decision on that. Gameplay-wise, I definitely prefer him. I mean, playing him, so...
She's always been that cold-hearted. My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
So you're one of the weird headcanon people?
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty?
I'm personally not a big fan of headcanon stuff. I always find that weird. Fanfic people are not my sphere. Like, fanfic, get away from me. I'm not a fan at all.
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
50-50, Alhaitham's personality, okay.
Putting yourself in other people's shoes like that. Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Condolences to victim families. Okay. Maybe we can still do that. Is it still long until I have a point where I can, like, stop? Because we're, like, already 10 minutes over.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Kallinicus' wife.
We are way away from a checkpoint, though, I'm guessing.
Yes. Oh, are you a messenger? No wonder I haven't heard any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
Ma'am, Kallinicus passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
did he manage to defend the grove?
Okay, then I'll give these condolences to those 3 people, and then I think we'll call it a day.
Yes. He managed to protect Cersei's core flame at the cost of his life.
Because I really need to get my cooking going or I'll not finish on time.
I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for him.
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice.
Oh god, that reminds me of the
Things I've
cutscene
learned
we
to
saw.
face
And somehow I'm not feeling so good about that.
You know, Kalinicus. Even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me? I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday. With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos,
That vase is flying in the background.
I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide and seek vengeance for my husband.
Number 2.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you the father of Kenani and Artakama?
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble at school again? Alas, forgive this old
This was
brain
definitely
of
not be a job
Both
for
of my
me.
daughters
Like,
graduated long
giving
ago,
bad
and
news
they are
is
now
definitely
scholars
not
at
something that I
Liberum.
can do.
As I get older, memories from years
I have a
past
really hard time with that.
blend together.
I think most people do. But
What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble?
so respect to everybody that can do that and still like keep it together while doing so.
If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still talk some sense into them.
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
Mr. Fabio. The Black Tide took Kenani and Artakama.
Yeah, as I said, I cannot imagine being that
What?
person.
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide to defend the Grove. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset...
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine, wasn't she?
Okay, one more. God, we're ending on a sad point. No, not the candle. Seriously. Game.
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
No, wait, Lady Casters. Did Lady Aglaia
Look at
send
the
you because
candle
of
and be
a
sad.
mistake
I
made at
tried,
work?
the game wouldn't let me. It does not count.
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, old Titus. A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died?
If you look at the memory charts in the Grove, you would have seen their final moments. Wait, I could have?
That's no shock.
Let me guess it's too late to do that now because the Grove is gonna be different now.
Anytime.
I thought these were just collectibles I can get later.
Just up and left me behind. That old man. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars.
Okay, then maybe I'll look for them later, if I still find them. If not, there's 100% the video online somewhere.
I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. That bull-headed old man, stubborn as a mule.
Pretty chill. I mean, sometimes in the first moment you're having a different reaction than what you're having like an hour later when you are alone. At least from my personal experience with it. Normally I'm like stunned and I don't say much. But then like a few hours later it kind of like hits.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Good work, Mr. and Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaya.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Oh yeah, I wanted to stop. No, don't move forward. Okay, I'll stop right here. Otherwise, I'll go through that door. I know myself, and that's not a good thing. Cause when I do that, I won't stop for the day. You know me. We're already 50 minutes over, and I told myself to stop on time. The door loads 3 times long. Oh, so it would prevent me from doing so. I see. Thank you very much for the hydrate, by the way. Okay. Sorry we ended on such a sad note. That was not really my plan. But... oh well. Let me guess, I'm not really far in the story. I don't think I'll manage to catch up until the weekly reset is done. That's just way too much. I underestimated how much dialogue and cutscene there is. I thought I just, you know, skip all the treasure chests and everything and go through, but I really underestimated this. This is taking way too long. Even if I would power through like every day now and like let work be work, don't eat, don't sleep, even then it might be, well, impossible because I would collapse, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's too much. One objective a day. Yeah, but then I don't think I'll make it until the reset. I'll try to pour as much free time as I have on it, but I don't think I'll make it. I can still make a try though, because every little bit that I managed to finish is already like off the list. You know what I mean? Then I'm finished earlier. Is my guess. What about the Genshin limited time rewards? What limited time rewards? What Genshin limited time rewards? I'm confused. You mean the event that is going on? Or which one? Netland Exploration still has time. And events, I think, are also still has time. The only one that is soon ending is the waltz thingy or something. You know, the one with the Fontaine quest thing. And I actually did finish that one. Barely, but I did. Only just started today. you're gonna be in for a surprise because I started that actually early and was like, okay, I take myself now and I take 3 hours out of my day and do the event. And I did it. I did the quest and was like, oh, okay, it's a long quest, but it's okay. And afterwards, there's a whole different part to it after the quest that takes just as long, if not longer, than the quest with management and everything. And I almost went insane. You had to see me. I was like cooking. On the one hand, I was like slicing up like onions and then clicking and clicking forward. I even asked other people, yeah, can you quickly click next day or something? Can you click for me? Because I somehow had to get that in and I had no extra time planned for it. Because I knew I wanted to start with the story quest today and that there's not many days left. But yeah, I gladly did manage that. But only because I already basically pre-started with the quest so early. I thought it was only a quest. But I was mistaken. That was like a awakening. Yeah, you should really start grinding. Because especially what I had forgotten until I had done the quest is that this is the event that has like the event bow hidden behind it. And I really didn't want to miss that one. Because yeah, okay, then it is really bad to miss out on a little bit of materials and stuff and gems. But missing an event weapon that they'll never rerun and maybe it's good for a character, I didn't want to do that because of laziness. That's why I put everything in to kind of catch up. I'm so behind on everything, basically, but what can you do? I even made myself a list so I have an overview on which events or thingies like run out. So I have like a thing. Normally, before I had like I do it instantly in the order of what they appear in, but now I have like the okay, what is ending first, and I do the thing that is ending next. Because I'm so it all piled up basically over the months. Sadly. But yeah. Now I should have a little bit more time, and with that, it shouldn't be that bad anymore as it was before. Unless they step up the game and make even more events, then I'll never get back to it, to being back up with story and exploration and everything. But yeah. Anyways, I thank you all for being here. I'm gonna have to go cook now. See that I can finish stuff here. And yeah, I'll try my best to get forward in the quest, but I can't say anything. Next week we probably maybe continue with playing some Whole Magic Century or Quest 64 for the people where it's called that. And yeah, thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.